Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. An evening with moi. And if you want to drive me to the airport, you can have a morning with me as well. I'm a little nervous, ladies and gentlemen, I've got to admit, because I've sort of abandoned that format I had. You know, when I was playing all the songs, I was playing all the singles. Although don't lose heart, I'm going to play some of your singles for sure. But I had that was like an act. It was starting to like a snowball. It was gathering momentum, and there were all these anecdotes and stories. And now I've abandoned all of that because I've done that like 3 times here. So tonight's just an evening with me. All right, whatever that means. This is my new slogan: Steve Kilbey, ruining things since 1954. This is the format, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to play a load of sort of my solo songs, and then we're going to have a break. I'm going to come back with my very, very special guest. Yeah, I'll give you a clue. He's got a haircut like all of Badfinger and the Faces put together. And he plays a mean guitar. So he's going to come on in the second set, and we're going to give you the church set, all right? So this is the non-church set. Okay, if you have to have a wee, go and have a 50-minute wee now. So you know my story. I was born in 1954 in Welwyn Garden City in Hertfordshire in England. And at the age of 3, I was quite a precocious boy. I went up to my father and said, "Father, I'd like to have a career in rock and roll." And he said, "Let's leave London and go straight to Dapto, New South Wales. Then you can really make your mark." Did you know I actually wrote a song for Memo Hall? I got my lovely assistant and merch girl who's sitting out there waiting to serve all your merch needs. Please buy some of my merchandise, because our Virgin aren't going to let it on the plane if I promised them the bags wouldn't be so heavy going back, so help me buy some stuff. We filmed an ad, and I spontaneously wrote this song for Memo Hall, and it was, when I watched it back, I went, that's too good. I just can't let that one go into the ether. So would you like to hear my little Memo Hall song? All right. You can join in as well. The words are just this: Memo Hall. Can you do that? We could have some of you could sort of take the middle bits. We're going to have high harmonies, basso profundo, some 7ths and 13ths. All right, tell me what you think of my Memo Hall song. You ready? Of all the gigs in Melbourne, I must have played them all. But one gig I remember, Memo Hall. You ready? Memo Hall. Memo Hall. Memo Hall. Memo Hall. I don't know where you're going, I don't know where I've been, but I know where I'll be on January 17th. Memo Hall. Memo Hall. Memo Hall. Memo Hall. Number 1. It's gonna fucking go to number 1. All right. I've done such a bad job I haven't even... See, the old song, the old show I do just runs itself because I know all the songs in order. I know what I'm going to play, I know what I'm going to say. And this one is so easy. And so I'm challenging myself a bit, which I shouldn't really do involving an audience, I know. But so I've just got a list of songs here. Let's sort of make it a bit requesty. What do you reckon? Would anyone like to hear a Jack Frost song? Yeah. All right. Amazingly, Jack Frost, both of our albums, which is a band I had with Grant McLennan, all of our records, or both of our records, and a record of other stuff is all being re-released in a triple box set. Can you believe it? And I went to Perth and I did a Jack Frost show with these really great musicians and a string section and everything. And it really, after sort of ignoring it for a long while, it really sort of brought back my enthusiasm for Jack Frost. And then I found this movie I made and watched it, which is me and Grant goofing off all across America. And Grant's, this thing I remember I love so much about Grant, he used to smoke cigarettes all the time. They had to be Peter Stuyvesant soft pack. Don't fucking come back with a hard pack, you Philistine. Soft pack. And he'd stand there and he'd be backstage and some guy would be going, I love the go-between to Grant. Oh my God, I love the go-between to Grant. He'd be going, he had this way of blowing smoke out of his mouth, out the side, that sort of meant you were completely invalid and desist from talking to him. So I'm going to give you this song. It's called "I Thought That I Was Over You." Do you know that one? Somebody's hands up the dress. You were showing off everything except your finesse. I thought that I was over you. I thought that I was over you. In a shack one night in Brisbane, I said that I just missed my flight. Raining hard with playing cards, I'm holding on with all my might. I thought that I was over you. I thought that I was over you. Like a firework going on in my mind. It hurt me to see you having a good time. You're over there, you got new friends. From my point of view, well, it depends. I thought that I was over you. Thought that I was over you. Can't you hear your phone is ringing? Can't you see the train has come? Can't you hear the seraphim are singing and the devil beating on his drum? I thought that I was so thought that I was over you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Did you hear the clever way I sing his bits different to mine? He's sort of got this high, sweet voice, and I've got the more down low one. Look, he was an amazing and incredible character. I don't just say that. A lot of the guys you meet in rock and roll, they're quite frankly really boring, or they've got all kinds of problems. But Grant was the funniest fucking guy I ever met in my life. And he pulled pranks all the time. He sort of was a real situationist. And thinking back on him, I never saw him eat. I never saw him eat any food. All I ever saw him do was drink coffee, drink red wine, and smoke cigs. That's all he ever did. And he always had a song up his sleeve. He was really funny. One day he said, "Hey Steve, could you play Almost With You for me?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, I really want to hear that." But yeah. I started playing it and he started smoking, blowing and sort of giggling. And he said, "Oh no, I don't want to hear that." He was a really spontaneous guy. One day, no, this is true, imagine this. You're sitting there with him and he's drinking wine, I'm smoking weed, and we're making our first album, and Grant says, "What do you think of this?" And he played it and it sounded just like this. And when it was over, I said, "How long have you had that?" And he went, "I just wrote it then." And he fucking wrote this song on the spot. And he let me sing it on the record because I loved it so much. He was funny, he couldn't understand how some of the things he did, he couldn't understand why they were great. I found that with a lot of songwriters, they have songs you love. "Oh, I love that song." "Oh, really? What do you like that for?" Anyway, he came up with this on the spot, just sitting there one day. They packed us up in boxes, wooden boxes, and sent us home. Underneath the willow by the river, your headstone. And all you do is carry on. 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 Snowing now, it's winter, and it's frozen, still you come. I can almost see you and touch you, my precious one. And all you do is carry on. 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 I'm making so many mistakes already. The other night in Gosford, after a hard day slaving over a hot recording console, I was staying in this Airbnb and I went downstairs, I went through this set. It was fucking perfect. I stood there playing to the geese and the herons outside that were in this sort of water, and I played, and I think they kind of liked it, you know. And I thought, boy, when I get to Memo Hall, this is going to knock them dead. And now all that, it's all deserted me, all that savvy I seem to have, and I'm back to square one. I never know what's going to happen, you know. Look, can I do something else? Grant and I, this is a very smooth way of going from one topic to another. Grant and I both had something in common. We absolutely were obsessed by Bob Dylan. and all day long we took quote in his, you know, we quote Dylan to each other in that voice that he, and then Grant was becoming very disenchanted because Dylan had released this album and had this song, wiggle, wiggle, in your dress so tight, wiggle, wiggle, all through the night, or some shit like that. And Grant was so disappointed that he couldn't help it. It sort of hurt him to say it, and he keeps saying it to me all the time. I'd be trying to get him, I'm trying to go, once upon a time, you're just so fine, Grant. You did the bump grind in the go-betweens. And I thought he'd come back with something clever, and it was like, wiggly, wiggly. And look, I've loved this song for a while. I thought, boy, I think I'm going to give this one to him at Memo. It's a really preposterous song, but it's so much fun. I just love listening to it. That's the wonderful thing about Dylan. It's kind of simple. Some of it's sort of simple, but it just has this magic nobody else can do, and that's what Grant and I like. Anyway, this song is called Precious Angel. Don't worry, I've forgotten the third verse, so I'm just going to do 2 verses. Okay? You can join in too if you like. Do you like doing communities? Are you too hip for that in St Kilda? Can you imagine me 40 years ago coming out and going, I had some communities singing? It's not going to happen, but now I'm facing the end, the final curtain. I'm going, wow, community singing would be a great idea. So if you want to sing them, shine your light, shine your light, shine your light on me. If you want to do shine your light, okay, fuck them if everything's cool enough. Just do it, all right, here we go, Precious Angel. Precious angel, under the sun, how was I to know you'd be the one? Show me I was blind, show me I was wrong. How weak was the foundation I was standing upon. Now the spiritual warfare, blood and bone breaking down. You either got faith or you got unbelief, and there ain't no middle ground. But the enemy is subtle, howbeit we are deceived. God puts faith in our heart and we still don't believe. Shine your light on me. Shine your light on me. You know I just can't make it on my own. It's a bit too blind to see. My so-called friends look me in the eye, say all is well. No, I got that wrong. I have to get it right. My so-called friends have fallen under a spell. They look me in the eye, Tony Wilde, and they say, well, all is well. Tony, can you imagine the darkness that will fall from on high? Tony, you beg God to kill you, but you won't be able to die. Sister, let me tell you about a vision that I saw. You were serving water for your husband. You were suffering under the law. You were telling him about Buddha. You were telling him about Mohammed in one breath. You never said a word about the man who came and died a criminal's death. Shine your light shine your light on me. Shine your light. Shine your light on me. You know I just can't make it on my own. I'm a little too blind to see. Is that any good? Really? Don't bullshit me. You have darkness and anonymity. You can yell out negative things. You think when I do Archie's Creek on the 8th of March, do you think I should whip that one out again? Yeah? Should that go in the set for a while?
Learn the third verse.
What?
Learn the third verse.
I will. All right. Where am I? Yeah, I know that. It was a rhetorical question. Okay, I've got to have a sip on my gin, all right? Hold that thought. So, should we try the... Okay, while we're thinking of other people, I wrote this song, and I was sitting in my back garden. I was producing an album with Stephen Cummings, and I was playing this song in the back garden. I thought he was somewhere else, and he came out in the garden and said, "Oh, I really like that song." And he said, "What's it called?" And I said, "It's called Plantagenets." And he went, "Jesus Christ, that's fucked." He said, "You know what we should call it?" I said, "What?" He said, "What is the one thing we have in common?" I went, "We're mammals." And he said, "No, we were both born on September the 13th. So, all right, so we named the song September 13th, which I thought there's no excuse if you don't buy me a birthday present. I'm 71. Next birthday, you buy the cake and I'll buy the candles, all right? What are you clapping that for? That's fucking disaster, man. I wish I was saying, yeah, I'm 29 next week, you know? It's no fun. As you know, it's no fun getting old. But we still got rock and roll. All right. There's a really stupid story that goes with this, and this is a true story, and this is why I wrote it. I was sort of hanging out with this woman in America, and I was sort of attracted to her, but like it was sort of all going wrong. I was just sort of so attracted, and I knew I shouldn't be, and I normally wouldn't be, but now I was. And I said, "What are you doing?" You're doing something. She said, "What do you mean, Steve?" I said, "You're fucking doing something, I know." And she said, "No, I'm not." And then one day she went out to the grocery store, as we say in America. She went out to the grocery store, and of course, you look through people's drawers when they do that. And don't you? Of course. Don't you? I go around my friend's house and go, "Fuck, I fancy a G&T." And I go, "Yeah, I've got no, it has to be Fever Tree." No, the mixer has to be Fever Tree. Go, "I don't care what the gin is." And then as they nip off, you're right. Fuck. You know what I mean? You're going through their drawers. Anyway, I went through her drawers, and no pun intended, and I found this exercise book, and it had, "Steve Kilbey, you will love me. Steve Kilbey, you will love me." Like pack books and books. "Steve Kilbey, you will love me, or you will fall in love with me." It was like over and over, and I was, you know. That's what happened. So of course, there was a guitar lying there. By the time she got back, I'd written a song. And she went, "You've been looking through my stuff." You never showed to use magic. Summon me back here. Consequences could be rather tragic. That's a real good trick, my dear. All the time I'm under the impression that it's me who's dealing out the script. And then you smile, show my discretion. Your anecdotes, they all come forth unripped. Who gave you the sweat that you drip? Don't you always get what you ask for? Don't you always ask for what you get? I thought you read the label before you laid the table. You got no cause for regret. All the time I'm under the delusion, riding on the chorus like an ace. And then you jump into your old conclusion, lost into the desert of your face. Just the other side of disgrace. Alrighty. Okay, I'll tell you another geezer I do a lot of work with. He was formerly from Brunswick, which, as you know, has more songwriters per capita than any other place in the world. Can you believe that? More songwriters, think about it. Brunswick, more songwriters per capita than New York, more songwriters than LA, London. It's happening in fucking Brunswick. Martin Kennedy used to live there. He cashed in his chips. He's got a great joint down in Hobart. We've made so many records together. We've made a new one's coming out. But I'm going to do a song that we wrote together, and it's one of my favorite songs. It's a very romantic song. It's called Once. Followed you till the ends to the earth, where the hollow go before they're gone. I swallowed your worth that I overheard in a shallow slumber. Your number just came on. It's bizarre and profane. What do you gain from any of this? I stand by your side like the land that you ride inside. We are the same. We're going under now. We're going wonder now. Short and sweet. We're dreaming. I am in verse. I'm the best and the worst. You burst before I let you in. You are for pain. Cursing your fortune before soon must be mercy. We're going under now. We're knowing wonder now. Short and sweet. We're breathing. Short and sweet. Thanks very much. Alright, here's another geezer I wrote a song with. Have you ever heard of a band called the Afghan Wigs? Have you? The church just toured America with them, and we played together on a bill, and this guy from the Afghan Weeks, Greg Dooley, came over to Australia, and we did some songwriting, and only really one song came out of it, and I only give that one to you right now. I sort of wrote it, he wrote the music and I wrote the words, and I sort of, to me the words were about him, but he thought I was singing about myself, so there you go. It's called Traitor Signals. When the rain commandeers what's left of your heart, some traitor signals in your head, that's when you know the music won't start and the ocean has left you for dead. That tiny white star, she shone from afar, the dancer you knew in Algiers, the woman with the spell, you knew her so well, still her magic couldn't turn back the years. Slow down my friend, oh I fear the end, with a feeling I cannot reveal, and the booze and the stuff cannot fill me enough, so just leave me with my half of the deal. That brilliant hit, it got you so lit, a candle could never compete. Rain falling down on sanctified ground, life on forever repeat. Thank you very much. I'm just perusing my list. All right. I made this album called 11 Women. Thank you. Yeah. Buy a copy. Buy the copy. It went number one in sale. No, it went number one in a sale. And I've wondered, when I drive through Sale, what happens when there's a sale? Did I ever ask you that before? What do they have in Sale when there's a sale? What's the answer? I don't know. When I first got to Stockholm, I was absolutely horrified. In all the shops, there was this sign saying, "Slut Spurts." I was like, what the fuck is that? And what it means the final end burst. Slut, the end, spurts. Slut spurts, not slut spurts. But I might send that title to Amel and the Sniffers, see if I could get a co-write, because they're playing the big places. That could be right up her alley, I think. Yeah, so I made this album called 11 Women, and each song was about a woman. And the first woman I wrote about was an imaginary woman, a sort of a 19th century sort of heroine I imagined, who was like a writer and took laudanum and sort of dated poets and stuff like that. You know the type. I'm sure there's plenty in Ackland Street last night. It's called Poppy Byron. Poppy Byron, can you feel her pull? The 19th century without a rule. Percy, please come along for a ride. Poppy Byron, what's it feel like inside? Mary Shelley was watching her telly on SBS, it was in Malibu. Snake on its belly, an eel in its jelly. Poppy Byron was reeling. First, my mind says gin. Poppy Byron, now she's on a yacht. Poppy Byron, she's doing what she's got. The tiger with the golden eye. Poppy Byron, what's it feel like inside? What's it feel like inside? Right. Is that alright? Archie's Creek. After each song I should get like whether it should go to Archie's Creek or not, that song. You know, like... I tell you what, you haven't seen the new fucking Gladiator movie, have you? Oh my god. When those fucking fake baboons came out, I was ringing up Apple TV asking me for my $26 back. It's like, I don't watch supposedly top-rated movie with fucking animated baboons and a guy pretending to fight one. How can you take it seriously, Tony? How can you take it seriously? All that schmaltzy Hollywood plot. The bad guy was the mother's husband, and she didn't know he was the son, and he was the. It's like, oh, come on. Why don't I? You know, I could be the consultant on Roman stuff because I know a lot about that. I do. Have you seen the new Caligula? Yeah, Caligula's been recut, and you want to watch that. It's really good. It hasn't got one scene from the old movie. It's all new footage from the original shoot. So forget that Roman, the Gladiator, and watch Caligula, the new version. That's Steve K's tip, all right? Take it or leave it. Don't blame me. I'm trying to get a show on SBS. You know that woman with the ears? Has she still got a partner she reviews movies with? I reckon I could sit there with my legs crossed going, Did you think so, Margaret? I thought that was man's basic inhumanity to man, and have a pipe and a golden retriever at my feet, and so cross and recross my legs as I think about the latest film. So if Margaret Pomeranz, does anyone know her? Margaret, are you here? Just tell her. Her and me. I put a bit of pizzazz in that funny hole. Get rid of the other guy. Have me, or have three of us. I can be the rebellious youngster. All right, I'm going to give you another song off 11. How are we going? 10 minutes left. I've got this whole list, I haven't. All right. I guess I cut the yak. I can't, you know what, I thrive on audience repartee. There's one problem, I'm stone deaf. All these years of rock and roll, I just have tinnitus sounding like I've got 500 cicadas. It's not just one tone, it's not, it's like thousands and thousands of tones, all starting and stopping. So people are yelling out stuff in the audience, I'd love to have that, coming back. They're actually plants. They're planted and they yell stuff out like, "Kilbey, play something I understand." And I have something worked out, but now I can't even hear the prompts. All right, I'm going to give you this song. People say they like this one. By the way, did you know I have this retrospective double album came out in England? Yes, and I got a 9-star review. Yeah. So put that in your Darlinghurst and smoke it. I'm out there kicking goals for Australia, all right? I could have a future one day.
8.
What? 8 minutes now, I know. Oh, the pressure.
Take your time.
You know what happened? The last guy played in Memo Hall and went over time. Fucking, yeah. Yeah, he's like down in Port Melbourne somewhere. Waitress with the short hair stone. She drifts amongst the table. The old ladies talk like birds. They'd fly if they were able. The coffee has a calming effect. I'm nervous when I travel. Red lights and steel works. Let the journey unravel. Keep her. She's a keeper. Sleeper. You should keep her. The wine seems to have sobered me up. I'm hardly shaking. I'm gonna take my time this time. The time that is taking. There's no charge if you want to top up. Clientele are extras. They juggle their lives and their love nicely ambidextrous. Keep her. She's a keeper. Sleeper. You should keep her. The speed seems to have slowed me down. Talk about William from Glyde. The names of the towns go past. Driving on the wrong side. Keep her. She's a keeper. Sleeper. You should keep her. All right. Okay. The next song is a bit of a cliche in one way because the hatred between managers and people and the people they manage is legendary. Are there any managers here? Anyway, you're a manager. Are you a manager? Who do you manage? Like bands? You manage this place. Oh, I'm talking about people who manage bands. Okay, yeah, not people manage places because you can see what you do. People manage bands. It's like, yeah, you know. So I have this manager in the sort of the glory days. His name was Michael Elbow. Was from New York. You fucking schmuck, Kilbey. You putz. You expect me to take it in the shorts every time? I rang him up one night. I said, hey, let me run some figures by you. Go ahead. I said, we get 20 grand a night. He went, correct. I said, you get 20% of that. He went, yes, I do. I said, that's $4,000. He went, yes, it is. And I said, and we play 6 nights a week. He said, yes, you do. I said, you're making 24 grand a week. He said, yes, I am. And I said, and I'm making $800 a week. And he said, what? Yes, you are. I said, well, how does that work? He said, you don't understand show business, do you? And that was it. That was the explanation.
About the strippergram.
Huh?
That got him. The strippergram.
What's that in today's terms, Tony? He's 24 grand in 1988.
The strippergram.
Huh?
A large lady at his birthday.
No, don't talk about that stuff. We don't want to slander him. We don't want to say bad things about him.
It's at the marquee.
Anyway, we're running out of time, so I'm just going to give you this song. I wrote this song about him. It's on my record, Bespoke Wheels and Winged Heels. And the record, the double album, that got 9-star review in England. So it should. I was like, why not 10? And anyway, no, it got 9-star review in England. Not in New Zealand, in England, all right? Because yeah. So anyway, that's, for some reason I wanted that and I finally got it. And on the record, it's a sort of a pulsating sort of electro number. I didn't bring my pulsating electro instruments or anything, I've just got this. So I'm going to give you this song, it's called Limbo, right? Okay, it's dedicated to my old manager. You ate up the prophets, corrupted the saints, exhausted resources. You made us ashamed. Hollywood won't touch you with a pole. Jesus does not love you. Lucifer does not want your soul. You made a mistake. No one will forgive you. The servants you love to dismiss all will outlive you. You set us against each other. You thought that was clever. What a fiasco. Well, I'm never. Hollywood won't touch you with a pole. Jesus does not love you. Lucifer does not want your soul. You made a mistake. No one will forgive you. The servants you love to dismiss all will outlive you. You're such a big baby. You're such an old man. Thanks for the memories. You really like this last line. I really stuck it to him. Are you ready for this? Some pretty strong language, right? Thanks for the memories. Now why don't you scram? All right, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the intermission. Rachel, my beautiful merched girl, is out there ready to help you with all your unsatisfied